So here we are at MBK Center. So for those who want to know what that means, it's Mam Bung Krong. Hopefully the pronunciation is correct there. But it's actually a very large shopping mall in Bangkok, and there's roughly about 8 stories. And the center actually contains about 2,000 shops. There's restaurants and service outlets. It also includes a 4-story Tokyo department store. But the MBK Center is an 8-story mega mall that attracts more than 90,000 shoppers a day. And some people hate it and some people love it, by all budget travelers actually. But it's probably the best place to get souvenirs or gifts to take home. The mall actually opened in 1985, and it was actually the largest mall in Asia back then anyways. But MBK seems to still have its reputation of having the lowest prices than other malls, and they focus more on luxury shoppers. But there are a number of different transportation methods you can take advantage of, such as the taxi. There's tuk-tuk drivers as well. And we actually took the BTS SkyTrain to get there. And it doesn't really take that long to get there as well with the BTS. It might take a little longer with other types of transportation just because, well, the traffic's pretty bad in Bangkok. But keep in mind that although MBK Center is known to be cheap, not everything is cheap. On the higher floors, there's much more luxury type material goods. So, but the thing is, in Thailand, it's very common for people to bargain. And if you're a fan of haggling, you'll get lots of practice there for sure. So, but another thing you need to be is to be very patient in the mall as well. I mean, there's 90,000 people just walking around each day there. So, and it gets pretty busy during the weekends as well. So maybe if you're a traveler, you can avoid the crowds by going during the weekdays. But it's definitely more than just shopping. Like there's a lot of food courts you can check out on the bottom floor. And there's also bowling alleys and cinemas. And you can walk around the mall with bubble tea in your hands if you wanted. But the thing about MBK is that there are a lot of fake products. So there's fake watches, fake pants, fake shoes, fake iPhones. I think they're actually cracking down on some of this kind of stuff. But one thing you really want to worry about is that it's extremely large. So the possibility of getting lost within the mall is really common. But anyways, let's check out the mall. Alright, so we finally arrived at the MBK shopping mall right behind me. So let's go check it out. Alright, so we're in the MBK shopping mall right now. So we're just gonna go to the food court to get some water and just check out some of the food. So like mentioned before, it actually has about 9,000 people who actually walk through this mall on a daily basis. So not all of the stores are open, but there's like 2,300 different stores in here. So it's gonna be a hard time looking for like a pair of shoes because there's so many shops you can choose from. But what was interesting is when they tried to open up the shopping mall here, it was almost like there was some sort of military event because all of the security guards lined up and you know, and they're saluting to the manager, and also the people who worked in the retail departments as well were lined up like the military, and they all bowed and cheered, and it was pretty interesting to see. So it is a little bit cool in here because of the air conditioning, but it has these weird smells as well. I'm not sure how to describe it, but it might be from the food or just the different kinds of Asian fragrances, I guess. Here's some stuff that looks pretty good. Taiwan milk tea, Thai milk tea, lychee soda. Looks all pretty good. But this area is called Take Home, but there's a number of different little shops here. Food shops I've never even seen before. It's like different kinds of noodles you can try out. So many varieties. Price is a little bit more than what you would find outside though. But you have steak here as well, 50 baht to 65 baht. you can get steak with rice, chicken breast, pork belly, Taiwan milk tea, the lychee soda. Okay.
Which one sounds better? But this one is better.
Yeah, that one looks pretty good too, though.
So I'll go with this one.
The Taiwan milk tea?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna try some of this Thai chop that we just got from this place here. It's not bad. It's kind of sugary though, but it has those tapioca balls in them. But not bad. It was 25 ringgit. Oh, sorry, it was 25 baht. I keep thinking I'm in Malaysia. It's a whole bunch of different souvenirs around this place. Yeah. Souvenirs over here as well. These watches. I'm not sure if they're real. Yeah, these are probably rip-offs.
No.
Every floor, some of the floors are empty. Some of the floors are filled with people. But it's not really that crowded. It doesn't really feel like there's 90,000 people who actually walk through this mall. But it's a pretty interesting mall. If you're kind of bored and you want to get out of the sun, it's a good place to come. But some of the prices, I guess, are reasonable. But I wasn't able to find my shorts or my t-shirts or any kind of products I was looking for. But it's more souvenirs. So this is a pretty good place to come for souvenirs. So basically having a minimalist mindset, especially in a mall like this, with all this materialism around me, it's very much uncharacteristic of me to be here. It's a Christmas song in Japanese. It is Christmas in about a month, so. This place does look a little expensive for what I'm looking for. Well, you'll notice that while you're walking around, a lot of the merchants, they just sort of stare at you. It's funny because they can smell whether or not you want to buy a particular product. But, you can choose to just look at them and smile, or if you want a particular product, you can go ahead and see if you can negotiate, use your negotiating skills to be able to possibly buy that product. So I haven't actually tried haggling yet. It's back home. Usually what happens when you buy a product is the products are usually fixed price, and they do cost comparisons, and you just try and basically find a product that's cheaper. But here you can actually just talk right at the merchant and see whether or not you can negotiate a price with them. So I think I'll give it a try. I mean, it's my third day here in Thailand, but I'll see if I can, if I find something that I like, then I'll go ahead and negotiate the price down. We'll see. So this floor is all for mobile phones, so there's a whole different type of different styles here.
Konnichiwa.
Good, thank you. Just passing by. They have a whole bunch of different kinds of toys as well. Remote control cars. Some drones here. I'd like to pick one of these up one day, but we'll see. We are at the electronics floor. This is actually the floor that I'm looking to come to get some maybe GoPro accessories. I bought a GoPro 8, so I'm gonna see whether or not it has some accessories for this new camera that I bought. So these are some of the GoPro accessories here. Here's some furniture you can buy as well. Looks pretty fancy stuff. Looks a little bit expensive though. This mall doesn't quite look like there's 9,000 people. It looks completely empty. Or maybe it's because it's still early in the day, but I see that it's so much space here with absolutely nobody around. It's empty. This mall is actually really big and empty. There's not a lot of people here. A lot of the stores seem a little bit abandoned as well. So big lenses here. An arcade corner here. So it looks like this floor has a lot of foreign types of foods. Got some plastic sushi here. I think this is probably a Thai restaurant of some sort. This like Sizzlers. It's also a game center here for both karaoke and games. VIP cinema area. So it looks like they have a whole bunch of different kinds of movies here. Some Chinese, some American. So it looks like this is the movie theater here. So the VIP cinema. So they have some nice little seats here. I guess while you wait for the movie to start. There's a whole bunch of shoes here as well. I'm not sure if these are real. So this would be one of the major malls here in Thailand. So yeah, do come here if you have a bit of money in your pockets and you want to just check out some of these products. Like I mentioned, there's different things on different floors. I went on pretty much all of the floors. Some of the floors and some of the stuff looks the same, but you'll eventually find something that would satisfy you.